You know that feeling when you grab a bargain rowing machine online, set it up, and within a week the resistance feels wonky, the flywheel rattles, and you're left wondering if you should have spent a little more. I've been there, and the regret of cheap alternatives can turn a workout routine into a source of frustration. That's why I wanted to see if the WaterRower M1 High-Rise, with its handcrafted wood frame and water-based resistance, actually feels like a smarter buy for a home gym. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first heard about the WaterRower line, the biggest question in my mind was whether the premium price really translates into a day-to-day experience that justifies the spend. The M1 High-Rise isn't just another metal box rower, it's built in the United States from sustainably sourced wood, and the whole thing folds up on its own frame, so you can store it upright against a wall. For people who have limited floor space, but still want a full-body cardio option, that storage concept is a genuine advantage. I measured the footprint about 8 feet long when set up, but once folded it drops to roughly 2 feet high and realized it could fit in a spare bedroom or a garage corner without feeling like a permanent fixture. The first thing you notice after you fill the water tank is how the resistance behaves. Because it's water-driven, the pull feels infinitely variable. The harder you push, the more resistance you get, and when you ease off, it smoothly eases back. In real-world use, that translates to a rowing feel that mimics being on a lake, rather than the clunky, stepwise resistance you get from magnetic or pneumatic machines. I tried a 30-minute HIIT session, alternating sprints and steady rows, and the transition between effort levels was seamless. That fluidity is especially useful for people who are training for rowing, CrossFit, or even just want a low-impact cardio session that still feels dynamic. One of the biggest concerns with water rowers is noise, and that's where the M1 silent flywheel design shines. The flywheel sits inside a sealed housing, so the only sound you hear is the soft splash of water moving. In a shared apartment or a house with a sleeping baby, that gentle whoosh is far less intrusive than the metallic clatter of chain drive models. I ran a session while a partner was on a video call, and the only complaint we got was that the background was relaxing, not annoying. The ergonomic touches are more than just marketing fluff. The teardrop handle is balanced in a way that lets your wrist stay neutral, which reduces strain during longer rows. The seat is contoured to support all 4 corners of your pelvis, and the floating heel rest adapts to the shape of your feet, keeping your ankles stable without locking you in. During a 45-minute endurance row, I didn't feel any of the usual hypo-knee discomfort that sometimes shows up with cheaper machines that have rigid footplates and flat seats. For anyone with joint sensitivities, that design nuance can be the difference between a workout you look forward to and one you dread. Now, no product is without trade-offs. The water tank needs to be filled with distilled water, and you'll want to check the level every few months, as some water evaporates. That maintenance step isn't a huge chore, but it's something you have to remember. I also noticed a slight sloshing sensation at the very start of each stroke when the tank is empty, which is normal, it's just the water finding its rhythm. If you're a user who prefers a completely hands-off experience, the need to top off the tank might feel like an extra task. Another practical consideration is price. The M1 High-Rise sits in a higher price bracket than many entry-level magnetic rowers, and that can make a shopper pause. However, the value isn't just in the wood finish, it's in the longevity of the water-resistant system, which doesn't wear out like a magnetic brake can after years of heavy use. The company backs the machine with a solid warranty, and the handcrafted frame is designed to last decades if you keep the wood protected from humidity. For someone looking for a short-term solution, the upfront cost may seem steep, but for a long-term home gym investment it starts to make sense. Who should consider the WaterRower M1 High-Rise? If you're serious about cardio variety, enjoy a smooth, natural resistance curve, and have a modest amount of floor space that you can allocate to a machine that folds up, this rower fits the bill. It's also a good match for families who want a quiet workout option that won't disturb a sleeping child or a work-from-home call. Athletes training for rowing, triathlons, or anyone who wants low-impact yet effective full-body conditioning will appreciate the realistic feel. Who might skip it? If you're on a tight budget and only need occasional cardio, a cheaper magnetic or air-rower could meet your needs without the water maintenance step. Also, if you live in a very small apartment where even the folded height of the frame feels cramped, you